Hey there, friendlies. I hope that was enough to get us past the advertising. Or at least until the skippable part of the advertising, if in fact it is a skippable ad. Sorry I'm late. I put my cans on, make sure that there's actual sound happening. Sorry I'm late, folks. Bedtime was a bit of a dumpster fire tonight. Oh, not really. That's not really fair. It was just took a little bit of time is all. So I will do I do the highs first or the housekeeping? Let's do the housekeeping first, even though I'm late. If in fact you are listening to us time shifted to tomorrow or next week or next month or sometime in the future, thanks for your eyes and your ears. That means a lot to me. I very much do appreciate those of you who watch after the fact. Doubly so because there are a couple of live streams that I have to watch after the fact. So thank you very much. If at some point tonight you really like what you're seeing and hearing, then please feel free to drop me a smiley thumb. If at any point tonight you kind of don't like what you're hearing, that's okay. Drop me a frowny thumb. And if you want to take a more active role in supporting the channel, then please feel free to check out the memberships. The join button is right below the screen. And if you click on it, you will see what the 2 tiers get you. Very affordable. And each of you who've become members are my personal heroes. So with that being said, Tyler, who most of you will know as Honeybee, Honey Bear, crumbs. It's because he and his girlfriend have very similar. He suggested a subject for tonight, but I did not have time to set it up. So next week, we're going to dive back into outdoors literature, the books related to bushcraft or survival or shelter building or off-gridding that you go back to a lot, or that you've read once and loved, or that you want to get because you've heard great things about it. So next week we're doing outdoorsy books again. I think it's good to revisit that every, once a year or so to see if anything has changed. In fact, I just ordered a new book today, so I hope that I will have something to talk about at that point. So again, that's next week. We're talking about literature. Tonight we're talking about whatever the heck comes through the transom into my mind. So hi, who we got? Tenenbaum was first off the hop tonight. Nice to see your name show up. It's even nicer when I can get you on screen, which I know is difficult considering where you live, but a little bit of colored water. Tea's a good drink. Ian the Web Lord is in the house. Nice to see you. David Evans, good cruise over. Hey, there's Cliff. How's it going, Fox, at Outdoors? Russell says, I was 33 minutes late. That will be important later. I feel that it will be. Charles and Annalyn, how's it going? How is the weather down there in in the warm part of the world? Here we got heavily snowed on today, like this much snow, and it's big and fluffy. Much of it had disappeared by the afternoon, but it was still really slushy at that point. So Kristen Grounds in the house. How's it going? Hike with Mike. I loved your swamp rant, your rant video that you put up recently. I watched that today. Long's Quest is here. How's it going, Mr. Campbell Off Grid? Nice to see you. Nice to see you guys all popping in, even though I was 33 minutes late. Thank you, David Evans, for popping that up. Campbell says, happy Tuesday, Jess. Yes, it is my weekly dose of sanity, this. But right now, the day job is really ragging my ass. So it's nice to be here on this nice, wet, slushy Tuesday night with all of you. Kristen says it was 98 where she lives. That would be, I have no idea, but it sounds pretty hot to me. Like, is that in the 30s? Russell is saying hi to everyone in the most Russellist way possible. Hot and humid. Yeah, I'm not great with humidity. I'll be honest. I'm okay with heat, provided it's not humid. I was never, my old stomping grounds in Vancouver. It got pretty. Well, it still gets. I mean, the city is still there, but it gets pretty hot. But it never gets humid because there's that breeze coming in off the ocean. Whereas here in Montreal, man, you just stick to the sheets all night, even if you got a fan on or whatever. It's just, ugh. When you open the door, you step outside, and it's like you're stepping into a giant tongue. It's horrible. Campbell Off-Grid is asking, what's the hot topic for tonight? I don't have one. There was one suggested, but I didn't have time to organize it because I was rushed. But so we're going to use it for next week. Next week, what we're talking about, Campbell, is outdoors or homesteading or off-gridding books that have influenced your thinking about being outdoors or about being a homesteader or about being an off-gridder or about being a prepper or a survivalist. But tonight I have nothing planned because I like what I did earlier by saying what next week is going to be. I should really get into like a swing where I can do that every week. Hey, welcome to our books episode. Next week we're talking about knives. LT Survival shows up, tells us everything. He's probably got like 100 new knives at that point. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I should really do that. So the beer I got for tonight is another Rot Huit. This one is the Récolte du Verger, which is a Belgian style ale, but with apple. It's an apple Belgian. I have high hopes. Not a twist off. Should we replay that live stream I did, like, was it 3 years ago now, when LT and Simon were over and I sliced the crap out of my hand while popping the top off a bottle with a knife? You didn't see that, right? Nobody saw anything, right? So, an apple Belgian ale. All right, let's see if I can do this without blowing the pour. Looky that. Looky that. Ooh, it smells appley. All right. Sour, fruity, refreshing. A little hoppy, but not too much. Those of you who've been watching me for a long time know that I like ale more than beer because I like barley way more than I like hops. I'm not into hops at all. I like malt, but it's pretty good. It's got a nice color to it. Nice smell. And it's appley, but it's not, the apple isn't overpowering. It's not like a cider. It's not like cloyingly sweet or anything. It's still very beer-like. Nice. Nice. So, let's get back to the country boy trapped in the city. I do feel that your name, your screen name, suits me as well, by the way. Okay, so 36.6 Celsius. Yeah, that's pretty damn hot. Pretty damn hot. Rotrit should be a wheat beer. Russell. What do you got from Charles here? Not many in the province, Russell. Most will either visit a resort or go to the ocean. Oh, not many pools. Was that it? There's no whiskey for tonight because I didn't have time to organize it. Didn't have time to get my glass. I was rushing. It required personal protection. So you did see that. Hi, Sharon. How's it going? Everyone's saying hi to each other. Nice to see everyone being so nice. Tim is in the house. Hey, I don't think you've been around in a minute, have you, Tim? Nice to see you. How's it going? How's it going out there? The other side of the continent. It's been a rough couple of weeks, guys. The day job is really killing me. So I do love these live streams. I thought I had something to show you guys, but maybe I don't. I don't know. How's everyone else been? Is the week treating you guys well? It was really weird to wake up to that much snow this morning, though. Holy crap. Squirrel update. They've taken to going after the suet that I put out for the the Briz that likes suet. And so they've stuck their little fingers through the cage and eaten the vast majority of the suet that I put out last week. Russell told me a good solution for squirrels that I'm not really willing to do right now, but I still feel that what I need to do is have the top rail of my fence spring activated. So if they're just coming like not hard enough to kill them or anything. I don't want to drive them into the side of my garage or anything, but just to pop them off the fence, scare them a little bit, make sure they don't go after my birdseed. Campbell says you ended up with about 6 centimeters in the northern part of southern Ontario. I think we ended up with about the same. Yeah. Tim has been super busy lately as well. Yeah, man, me too. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. And my wife's busy too. It seems like everyone's, going nuts right now. Campbell off grid. How much more snow was there in northern Ontario? Who the heck knows? I'm looking for somebody said something about squirrels. Sharon. Our squirrels learned how to open the damn door of the suet holder. Oh, and the thing is, they're smart. Those little bastards are smart, Country boy and I understand each other. Charles, that's a little more expensive than here, but not by much. Shawnee, how's it going? Weather's been nuts. 40-mile-per-hour winds, rain, hail one day, snow another. Too cold to plant the garden. Pretty similar here. We had a wicked snow, by which I meant windstorm, a couple of nights ago, and then it was really windy today. Like there were some trees uprooted and knocked over onto someone's house, a couple of streets over from us. I've noticed even today there was still a bunch of branches down. Very windy, and then today very snowy, and it's been rainy and stuff as well. A little bit of an almost hail yesterday or the day before. Russell's asking if I have any plans to get into the bush. Nothing really solid, but I may be able to harangue someone into letting me use their land. I have to kind of cold call them about that. But it was a suggestion from my wife. So if I do, if that does happen, then I will be a happy boy. Excuse me. David's Saturday here, we had 80 km/h winds. Yeah, that sounds about what we had too. It was very, very windy. And there's a massive tree 2 yards over and just almost cat a corner to us. And it is tall enough that if it falls, nobody, it I have no idea whose house it's going to hit. It's just ginormous. Like 2 yards over, and I'm sure it would at least take out our garage. The entire neighborhood is scared of seeing that tree give up in a windstorm. Okay. Campbell is asking about the that GoPro that I got. I shot another video with it recently. I've been playing around with the settings. I like it. It doesn't sound like I have the dreaded click that so many people are. When Russell, why don't I finish a sentence every now and again? Go start that again. I don't seem to be getting the dreaded click that Russell's video was showing. Russell sent his back. I think, Russell, have you sent it back yet, or are you still going to send it back? David, do you have one that gives a click as well? Someone else here has is getting the click. I've been trying to figure out how to sort of control the ambient noise, like say the crunching of snow. I bought sort of where did I put it? I bought kind of a cheap windsock thing for it, and I went out and shot a little bit at the weekend. I didn't get to shoot what I wanted to, but I did get some shooting done anyway to sort of test if it at least blocks out the wind somewhat. The directionality of the microphones is going to be an issue though, because I'm used to shooting with something like this, right? It's directional, whereas on the GoPro, it's much more omnidirectional. So I'm not sure how to fix that. I was looking into getting the media mod. One of you, is it Country Boy? Do you have it? I looked at that, but apparently that microphone is not actually directional. So I don't want to spend 109 Canadian dollars to find out that it doesn't solve my problem, especially when it makes it so hard to get out your memory cards and your batteries. Like I got 3 batteries because the way I shoot, I will definitely blow through at least 2, by halfway through my day kind of thing. So, but yeah. Let me just see. I want to catch up here. Raspberry Rock ATV out to the road after that windstorm. Meant to take my chainsaw. Forgot. Thankfully, nothing big down on the trail. There's some stuff down in my neighborhood, man. Yeah. Okay. You will be sending it back. Okay. And are you just going to get your money back and stick with your 7, or do you think you want to get it replaced? I've looked into microphone options. One thing I did notice is that there's this company, Ulanzi, and they make a replacement for the side door that has a cold shoe on it, and it also leaves the USB C port open, so that you can actually stick an external mic on any external mic. I can stick that thing on, and my GoPro's in the other room. I'll go get it later. David, yours is clicking occasionally. Okay. Country Boy is throwing Raspberry Rock a little look on the bright side of life here. Ugh. Mother Nature saying, you got enough firewood for now, mister. Okay. Campbell has the medium mod. Okay. Have to switch from front mic to back mic. I didn't know you could even do that. I haven't finished exploring the machine yet at all. I think I've said to someone that when the GoPro first came out, like the first GoPro, when it was really just for mountain biking, you know, I was like, there's no way I'm buying one of those. The sound quality was terrible. I didn't like anything about it. But as time went on, it became a much, much cooler camera. And it, in some ways, it's almost a replacement for your main camera. Almost, not quite. And I think it's turned into a really good option for the stuff that we do. Yeah, Country Boy. I knew it was somebody whose name started with a C, and I said the wrong one. Sorry about that. Holy crap, Hamza! Nice to see you. Man, I haven't seen Hamza in a long time. It's been a minute, man. Welcome back, even if it's just for a little bit of time. Oh, he's gone back to work. Oh well. That's too bad. I like that guy. Yeah, it's got one on top and one on the front. Yep. I think the video quality is the real strength. The quality of those tiny mics is impressive for what they are, though. So yeah, I bought sort of this big windsock thing that goes all over the whole thing. I also have coming in 2 little tiny this kind of stuff that you can stick on those mics. See if that'll work. If the big windsock doesn't. Douglas Riley, nice to see your name pop up. I don't even know if you've popped up in the live stream before. If you haven't, then welcome to the live stream. If you have, then welcome back. And I'm sorry that I didn't recognize your name. You had the second model GoPro. Using it for anything was really rough. Always tons of editing needed. And that, yeah, exactly. And I used to know some people who had them. I was heavily into mountain biking at the time, so it wasn't really that rare to see a guy with a GoPro on his helmet. The first one, the second one, it was obviously new technology on those little ones. They were still they had successfully miniaturized camera tech, but they hadn't miniaturized high quality camera tech yet. And I remember a lot of the footage was sort of, excuse me, very fisheyed. And I'm not sure if that's because they didn't have the capability to switch from whatever it was, wide angle to linear, or if they just didn't know that because it was still so new at that point. But yeah. Long's Quest, use one of the small rig cages. I want whatever I do end up getting as third-party stuff for this GoPro, I want it to be small. I want it to be like a replacement, that door is removable. That's why it's so easy to replace that door and put a cold shoe on it. I don't want to bulk it up, because what I love about it is that it is so small and I can throw it in a pocket. I would love to get one of those small rigs for this camera and start attaching stuff to it, but that's gadget value for me right now. I can't justify it. Charles, you guys usually use it for filming motorcycle rides? Yeah, and that's sort of traditionally what it's been about anyway. Extreme sports, motorcycle rides, bike racing, stuff like that. anywhere where it's practically a wearable camera, right? Douglas says, exactly. I think the big turning point was when they got the stabilization added in and fixed the lensing. Absolutely. Yeah, and the stabilization on the 9 is really nice. Like, really nice. It's what they can fit into really small packages at this point is almost magical, you know? And I mean, a lot of that comes from these things, right? Like, the quality you get off of these cameras is crazy. And it's just like everyone's making smaller and smaller packages that do better and better things, which I think is a plus. I just wanted to say, yeah, Russell's agreeing with you on the stabilization. Absolutely. David's going to try shooting his next video in 4K now that you're editing with DaVinci Resolve 17. 17, not 7. Please tell me you're not using 7. Yeah, I shoot everything in 4K, or well, actually, now that the last video I shot on the GoPro, I think I shot in 5K just to see how much I could zoom in. I don't know if that's going to be usable, but anyway. Oh. Country Boy says, if I recorded my motorcycle rides, they would have to be silent films. YouTube would kick me out for language in the first 5 minutes. I love it. Whoops. Yeah, David's still dealing with the learning curve. Yeah, I'm using DaVinci right now as well, and it definitely has a learning curve. What I'm trying to do right now is figure out how to remove wind noise, because I still have a few videos that have a hell of a lot of wind noise. And I know you can do it in DaVinci Resolve, but like a lot of the videos are showing like someone's talking and there's a little bit of a, but in some of my videos there's a wicked amount of wind roar, and I'm having a hard time. Sharon, I have used the nodes before, but honestly, for the at the level that we're shooting and editing and putting up our little YouTube videos, you don't need them. You absolutely don't need them. Not unless you go heavy into like color grading and color correcting, and if you go layers and layers and layers deep on this, okay. But for most of what we're doing, you don't even need it. It looks like there's several of us here using DaVinci. I think that by the time I get my new computer, I may be reluctant to give up DaVinci, even though I'll have a computer that runs Final Cut Pro again. The nice thing about DaVinci is that it's not only a pro level app in the way it works, but it's also pro level in its file system. The problem with Final Cut Pro, I find the only real problem is that its file system, its file management is terrible. Excuse me. Why am I yawning? Was the other like trying to B-roll a green screen? Do you have a green screen? Hey, Bettina's here. How's it going? Everyone's saying hi to Bettina. Bettina's saying hi to everyone. Russell is dropping the knowledge. Yeah, you're so right. The big problem with 4K video is the size of the file, she says, and I absolutely agree. That'll suck your hard drive space like you wouldn't believe. Once I get my new computer, once I'm finished, like there's a money aspect to that. So once the money is together, the computer's here, then I think that my next thing I'm gonna have to buy is like a RAID system. Now here's the thing. That's some boring ass stuff. I don't want to spend my money on a RAID system. I want to immediately start saving up towards a 4K one of these, or a drone, or a canoe. But I have to sort of be a little mature about this. I need hard drive space because I'm shooting in 4K, sometimes in 5K now. I find buying hard drives to be boring as hell. Hey, look who's here. How's it going, mister? Speaking of how's it going, mister? How's it going, Russell?
Howdy. How did that... Why did it put me in front of you there? That's weird.
It's a mystery. Epic mystery.
5K? Wait. Okay, 5K. But does your phone do 5K?
No, but the GoPro does. Oh, my Glenn. What are you doing there? I was going to ask when you'd gone home, but you're still there. She can't hear me.
She's sick as a dog right now, actually.
Still? Oh,
She's got the COVID. Good. She's got the COVID.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm gonna come down with it any minute now.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't wish it on you.
I'm not even trying to stay away from her. It's impossible in the cabin anyway.
Yep, that's fair enough. And funny because Bettina asks how she's doing. I guess now we know.
Yep. There you go.
Hold on a second. Look at that. Canadians here. Dennis is here.
Can I just say something, Jess, about COVID testing?
Yeah.
This is something we learned, and probably everybody here should know it, because it surprised me. City Girl we have the rapid home test thing.
Yeah.
So the other day she followed the instructions, did her nose, did the whole bit, and it came out negative, and we thought, oh great. And I thought, well, what are the chances that that's not true? And I looked online, and information I found was that it's not good enough to just do the nose. You should do the inside of your cheek on the bottom. Start with that, both sides, and then as your tonsils, or as far back on your tongue as you can get, if you can't do your tonsils, and then your nostrils. And when she did all of that, then it came back positive. So anybody, did you already know that?
I've known that for about 30 seconds. My wife has not been feeling well, and so I found out about that this week because she looked it up and she did it that way, and thankfully came back negative. But yeah, because when you just do the nose thing, there's all kinds of false negatives. Absolutely.
Yeah. So
yeah,
there you go. Yeah. So I'm not showing any symptoms yet, other than I do have a bit of a cough, but
it's gonna come and get you. Sharon likes to try to learn something new on each editing, but it's hard sometimes. Yes, it is hard, but it does get easier. Sharon, all it takes is agonizing effort, and then you become like accomplished at this stuff. And that is true of any app you're using. Well, maybe not iMovie or something like that, but the one Russell uses has a learning curve. The ones that I use have a learning curves. I think once you settle on one that you like before you really get good at any of them, it's good to sort of try out a few free ones. And once you settle on one that you like, just go for it. Just stick with it. Don't change for love or money.
And you know what? Look for the basic tutorials, like getting started tutorials. Because if I watch one of those getting started tutorials right now on Adobe Premiere, I'd learn something new.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I'm a little late on the. Yeah, David's like, thank goodness for YouTube. Yeah, I've been watching some Da Vinci videos lately just for that wind noise problem I'm having, because I don't want to buy a plugin, a $99 plugin for Da Vinci. I want to see if I can just do it, just do it with the built-in tools. Oh, Bettina and Eric got it together. That's true. I'd forgotten about that. Oh, this is cute. Shawnee's finding you the golden. What's
Well,
it called? The silver lining.
I haven't taken any precautions to stay away from her at all. I was like, well, she's sick and she's going to want to cuddle on the couch. I'm not going to deny her that.
Yeah.
So I get COVID, whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. Just sort of seeing who we got. Pollen is my biggest foe right now. It's really bad this spring. Yeah. Maple pollen or maple. No, it's not maple. There's something up here that's gone crazy this year, and it's just.
How can you be getting pollen already?
Well, he lives in Florida. There's Honeybee. I was just talking about you earlier, man. I said that you had suggested something for tonight, but I didn't have time to set it up. But we're gonna do it next week. So next week we're doing books. All right, Honeybee. Salut, Monsieur LT Survival.
Good night, LT.
Have yourself a good night. Sharon's got pollen already as well. David says iMovie was dead simple. That's why I liked it so much. Then why aren't you still using it? You know what? You know why I bought Final Cut? I started out with iMovie as well because it was free. But I could not put my logo. This is 2013 at this point, right? So it's probably different now. But I could not put my logo on screen with a transparent background. You know, PNGs will do a transparent background. Like my logo is not square, right? It's a shape. And I could not put it up without having a white square around it. And I think I couldn't fade it in and out. There was something like you could fade in and out text, but not images or something. Anyway, so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to spend $300, which is so stupid to do. If you're not being paid by YouTube, don't spend money on YouTube. In fact, if you're not making noticeable money on YouTube, like I started paying way too early. I'm paying for music. I shouldn't be doing that at my level, but it's just I want to have certain things in my videos. You know, so the way I'm doing this is dumb. It's costing me money I shouldn't be spending.
It's very true, and I think probably 90% of what I do, you know, something like I would never use iMovie, but something like iMovie would probably do it. But it's the other 10% of the time when I'm like, I want to do something more here.
Yeah.
But David has an excellent point here that it has no H.264 codec.
Okay. Yes. Right.
And that's like, you got to have that.
Yeah. That's where it's a straight up consumer app. You can't get around that. That's true. Yeah. I'm just saying what we got here. Here's a message for you, Russell. Tell Alicia I'm thinking about her with her speedy recovery. For Bettina, it was a week before they tested negative. I don't remember how long it was before we tested negative again. But I mean, it's a crappy thing, right?
Isn't it like 5 days after you test positive, then you're at least safe to be around? Something like that?
Maybe. I don't remember. I'm going to start that sentence again. All right. Over the long weekend, we did not do an Easter supper with my mom because we played gigs on Friday and Saturday. And we played gigs not last weekend, but the weekend before. And during those gigs, our guitarist got COVID. Our guitarist happens to be my brother-in-law, so my mom knew about that, and so she's like, last time you guys gigged, someone got COVID, and you're playing at the same bar. I'll meet you in the park, give your kids some candy. So we met my mom at the park yesterday for an hour. Let the kids run around. She gave them some chocolate, and then she went back home.
Wait. He got COVID at the bar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Problem with
we're just passing around like candy, aren't we?
Yep. Absolutely. Well, the thing is, you're allowed to take the mask off if you're sitting at your table and you're drinking or eating or something. You're supposed to put it on if you stand up to go somewhere. But people were getting up and dancing and not putting their masks on, of course, because they'd been drinking.
Of course.
I think every bar is a potential super spreader event at this point. But anyways, I mean, look, I was vaxxed and boosted, so it didn't kick me to the curb too hard. It kicked me to the curb hard enough that I shudder to think what it would feel like to not be. Look, I know that for some people, vaxxing is political, and I mean, you do you, but to me, it's not a political thing. It's just something you do.
Anyway, we should talk about something else.
Yeah. I don't know how we ended up on this. Oh, yeah, because your poor wife is all COVIDed up. That sucks.
Your poor wife is all COVIDed up.
It's just such a shitty thing to happen on a long weekend, too, right? Oh, I said shitty twice. It's such a shifty thing to happen. So shifty.
I'm sure that's what you said.
Absolutely, that's what I said. Shifty. I'm just sort of taking a look. Let's not continue the COVID discussion. Carol just showed up to save us from that conversation. How's it going?
I've decided to pronounce her name the French way from now on.
Yeah, because of the way it's spelled. It should be Carol. Yeah.
No, just because it sounds cool. Carol.
I have an aunt named Carol.
So of the 20 Carols that watch our videos, she is now going to be Carol. She'll be different.
Right. Fair enough. Okay. I like it. I think that's a plan, Russell. I think that's a plan. Hey, since you're here, I'm going to run off screen for a second to go get my GoPro and show that stupid little windsock I got.
Okay. And grab your whiskey while you're at it.
I could do that, yeah.
Oh, well, I'm taking over. Boy, can we draw this back to Bushcraft somehow? Or at least, I could talk about YouTube and gear all night. I could do that. I want to talk about David hopefully returning his GoPro and not settling for a GoPro that's not perfect. David, send that sucker back. We still got a chance. You'll never be happy with it, David. You'll never, ever be happy. It will bug you every single time. Because, David, they may tell you to warm up your GoPro for 2 minutes and then it'll go away, but it might not go away because I've noticed that popping sound after the 2-minute mark, and it will bug you every time. David, send that sucker back. And my challenge right now is I know I'm going to get COVID any minute. I got to find the time to send that thing back somehow. Maybe City Girl will get well enough to walk out to the road and then drive to town and then put the thing in the post office box thing.
Walk it out to the road?
What? Well, you could take the ATV, I guess. Did you hear the popping while filming? No, you don't hear it while filming, Tim. It's only in the recording. Oh, Bettina's sending a virtual hug and prayers. Can we get some Facebook likes as well? Because that'll really help her out, Bettina. She said, "Thanks, Bettina."
Who are we Facebook liking?
Oh, I was making fun of the whole Facebook. If you get 10,000 likes, this kid will get this emergency surgery procedure. Remember those?
Yeah. These days, I was going to say OnlyFans. It's a GoFundMe. I don't know why I went for OnlyFans just there. That shouldn't have happened. But these days it's always like a GoFundMe. So-and-so is sick. Here's a GoFundMe. So-and-so lost their car. Here's a GoFundMe. So-and-so's in jail. Here's a GoFundMe.
So-and-so started a GoFundMe. Here's a GoFundMe.
Yeah, exactly. Hold on a second. I just sort of... Everyone's saying hi to Carol. Oh.
Carol.
DJI Osmo Action. Nice.
I would like to try one of those now. I would.
Yep.
I was firm GoPro fan, but
Yeah. Shawnee says, I had a dream I was out in the woods last night. Might need to attempt taking the 3 kids camping. Youngest just turned 1. Woo! We took my kids camping when the youngest was 1.
Your 1-year-old will get nothing from it. But
yeah, but I mean, I like the idea of getting kids in the woods as early as possible, but like doing it a lot, because if by the time they're 5 they've developed a love for the woods, then they're good to go, you know.
I don't know. It's hard to develop when you're like 3 years old. Can you develop a love for the woods?
Well, when you're 3 years old, you've got a love for everything. I'm just looking at. I think that David and Tim are talking about the dreaded pop. It's bad on yours though, Russell. It didn't seem as bad on David's.
I heard it on his, but I mean,
I heard
David
it too.
David, you should do some, like every once in a while, take your GoPro and don't go outside or anything. Just and like with the inside, with the house is silent, hit record for a minute and see what happens, and do that like 10 times throughout the day. Not one right after the other. I mean, let it cool down, I guess, or you could say cool down.
Yeah.
Just see how often it happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do some. I guess I'm just saying, do some testing.
Ah, Charles' 60th is tomorrow. Happy birthday, dude.
Happy birthday, Charles. You got this.
Yeah, you got this, buddy. You can handle it. It's just a number. SV is in the house. How's it going?
Jim,
yes. Tim used to like the Bloody Marys.
Tim, you can still drink virgin Bloody Marys. Actually, they're still really good, and you probably wouldn't even miss the vodka.
Well, especially because vodka doesn't even bring taste. All it brings is octane, right? I have heard that the Bloody Caesar is kind of a Canadian thing. Can the Americans in the house confirm that they don't really do Bloody Caesars down there?
It's a Bloody Mary or a Caesar. It's not a Bloody Caesar. Unless you're being factually historically accurate.
I would like to. Whoops. Looking that up because I was brought up calling it a Bloody Caesar. Oh, it's a Bloody Caesar. Because it's essentially a Bloody Mary, but with Clamato. I mean, essentially, right?
Really? Am I wrong? Bloody Caesar is an actual thing?
Yeah, because the whole idea is that it's, he's all bloody because he's dead or stabbed and dying on the Senate floor. So here's the windsock thing that I bought. Don't ask me what the brand is on it. It was cheap as Shift. Whew. Saved it last minute. So what you do is you take your GoPro and you squeeze it in, and then you sort of work it around so that it doesn't look as awkward as this. Give me a second here, folks. I had it totally ass backwards. Hold on a second here. Okay, so what it does is it covers everything, all right? So you've got the top mic covered, the front mic covered, little hole for your buttons, holes for your buttons, hole for the mounting thing on the bottom. You can see your screen. So I shot with this on this weekend, and I'm hoping that it solved some of the wind roar issues that I had previously.
Hey, you take some video right now. Is everything pretty quiet there?
Yeah, pretty quiet.
You haven't used it in a while. Take like a 20-second video and don't say anything.
Okay.
I can still talk, right? The GoPro isn't hearing this. I'll be really curious if you can, and just throw that file straight up on YouTube unlisted and send me the link. Don't render it or anything. I want to crank the volume on that and just listen, see if you got any popping.
Okay, that was 20 seconds.
You don't got to do that right now, obviously.
I wish I could just send it up straight from the GoPro, because it's got networking on it, so that I can. Can I?
I mean, people have live stream with GoPros.
Yeah, but that's easy to do, right? Because you just plug in. Actually, how the hell?
No, I think you can live stream straight from the GoPro to your YouTube channel.
Really?
Isn't that how? I won't bring that up. That was nasty business, but.
What? You're not going to bring up what? That was nasty. You can't say nasty business. Expect me not to ask about it.
All right, hold on. Let me put it in private chat here.
Okay, that's not for. What's this? I don't know what that was. Okay, what I'll do is I'll just transfer it to my computer and then send it up. All right, it's off. It's got a nice weight to it too. These new GoPros, well, new. The 10 is out, but I mean, it's a newer generation GoPro than the originals. It got a good weight to them. They feel nice and solid. Let me get over to the. I cannot find my cursor because I've got two freaking screens. There we go. Like Bloody Marys when Atlanta. Everyone's saying happy birthday to Hike with Mike. Can't wait to get back in the woods. Me neither. Bettina was in the woods today, feeling crappy as you had a migraine yesterday. The walk in the woods helped. I was keeping an eye out for morals. Two things. I've got a headache right now, so I'm drinking slowly. Two, I'm constantly impressed by people who can go out and pick mushrooms. Because I can't. I am way too scared of poisoning myself, and I have no knowledge. But yeah. Shawnee says, today my 3-year-old's hands were cold playing in the sandbox. He turns to me and says, Mom, we need to start a fire to warm my hands. I love it. I do love that. Kristen has not found the Caesars. I remember being at a trade show in LA with the C something O of my company at that time. He wasn't the CEO. Oh, I think he was the CEO. He wasn't the president, but he was this. No, he wasn't the CEO. Anyways,
CTO?
Maybe, except I don't think he was He wasn't technological enough. CFO probably.
Financial?
Or operations, financial or operations. Anyway. Anyways, and so we were sitting in this bar. We were at Spago, actually. I don't even know if that's still there, but at the time it was sort of a big name restaurant. And he tried to order a Caesar, and they didn't know what that was, so he said a spicy Bloody Mary. So they made him a spicy Bloody Mary. It was as close as they could get to a Caesar in LA at the time, which is weird because LA is full of Canadians. Hike with Mike likes the Bud Light Clamato mixture. I've never heard of that. Campbell Off-Grid has had a Caesar. Comes with great garnishes. Yeah, sure does. I mean, look, you guys are right in that. Whoops, sorry. I don't remember what the hero costs. Let me find you a.
Straight off Amazon.
Yeah. But get the kit that comes with a bunch of newer connectors and stuff.
And spare batteries.
And spare batteries for sure. What I was going to say is, you guys are right that people tend to just call it a Caesar at this point, but it was originally called a Bloody Caesar. The whole idea was that it's a riff on the Bloody Mary, and it's a and Caesar was dying on the Senate floor kind of thing.
I don't doubt you. I've learned to trust in your wisdom.
When it comes to booze,
Or not your wisdom. Actually, your wisdom sucks, but your knowledge of inane things.
that's why I'm no fun at parties. David says it looks like a condom for a GoPro, but except that it's foam. It's not really like if you use this as a condom, you would end up with many babies.
I heard a beaver slap, but
Oh, okay.
yeah.
You heard a beaver slap?
She's looking for Willow, who's outside, and if she heard a beaver slap, then you know what a beaver slap is, right? They do this dive thing, and the tails go whack.
Yeah.
And if you're walking by the shoreline and it's like evening and it's getting dark and that happens right beside you, you'll jump like 2 feet.
Is it loud? Is it really loud? Because I've never actually heard one in the wild before.
And it's very loud, and it's usually when it's incredibly quiet and peaceful.
Okay.
Because it's night, right? Gosh, so Willow's probably down by the shoreline, like just sitting there waiting
for the slap.
Did you hear my story Friday night? The Willow story?
No, because I was gigging Friday night.
Oh,
I missed the whole Books Fest.
Did anybody watching here hear the Willow story?
Half of these people came to my channel from yours, so they probably heard it.
Anyway, if you want to, curious what you're saying.
I want to hear the story. I'll bug you about it later. Bettina says,
wait.
I have... Yes?
Yep.
I have an Eric for identification, although I did grow up foraging for boletes with my mom. For the rest, I need Eric. Well, she says bolts, but I thought she was talking about boletes. Is there something called a bolt?
Crossbow bolt?
We're talking about mushrooms. For land's sakes. I've never noticed our GoPro doing that, David, but certainly going to... Okay, so is that click thing specific to the 9?
I said try Le Google.
I know, but I couldn't be arsed to do it. All right, I'll check.
Did you mention this? I want to say, David, they've had 2 years to fix that, and they've done nothing about it. So at this point, I don't see a software update fixing it. David, send that thing back, please.
Do yourself a favor.
I put up with a bunch of crap with my 7, and I regret it all the time.
But like, what kind of issues do you have with the 7?
Oh, usually in the wintertime, like when it's low on battery, you click the button, it starts recording. Everything looks fine. You do your thing, you come back and find out the screen froze like 4 seconds into it. You still hear the audio, but the screen was frozen.
Okay, that's weird. And you know what? I'm finding GoPro fix audio clicking and humming Hero 4. GoPro Hero 5 black audio mic problem clicking and popping. There's a lot of stuff about how to fix it.
Oh yeah, and when you Google the Hero 9, the solution is let it warm up for 2 minutes. That's their solution, and I found even in my own videos, like it happens even after the 2-minute mark. So if I can't trust it, like if it was very solidly just 2 minutes, then maybe, but.
Yeah.
If you can't trust it, like I can't,
Yeah, you can't.
I'm a YouTuber. I can't.
Yeah. But like that kind of thing, if you don't get rid of the camera, then that sort of makes it a B-roll only camera, right? But why are you going to carry a separate camera around for B-roll?
Yeah, I can't have that. And I don't use mine just for B-roll.
No, of course not, because nobody wants to carry around a camera for B-roll and a camera for like A-roll.
Well, my A-roll camera is a DSLR on a tripod. It's nice to be able to just grab the GoPro and that short little stand and get out there in the bush.
Mm-hmm.
If
you can't beat the
tripod, it's a different animal.
You can't beat the portability of the GoPro. Absolutely. Yeah. A lot of people are agreeing with something. Shawnee also missed the story. Bettina, boletes, not bolts. Damn autocorrect. Yep, that's what I thought. Willow is still looking for the piggyback ride from the beaver. I guess somebody got the story and some of us didn't. Jim got splashed by a beaver slap.
That's really close. That's really close.
Yeah. Tyler Wood in the house. How's it going, Tyler?
Hey,
We've
Tyler.
got 2 Tylers in the house now. Tyler just recently did a video. Didn't you do a van? Was it you I was watching? Was like a van camping or van truck? Oh, I don't remember. Oh well. Never mind then. I'll just move on. David's GoPro is currently in the garage shooting a woodworking project for your next video. Spoiler alert. Oh yeah, and I can't wait to see that. Whoa, Tyler, you just bought a new camera? I remember you buying a new camera like a year or 2 ago. It was sort of more of a video camera. What did you get this time? Truck camping. Yes, it was truck camping. Absolutely, yeah. It's like everyone's got new cameras all of a sudden. What's going on? I tell you what, though, after my computer, it's either like I'll save up for either a 4K guy like this or that little drone I want. The problem with the drone though is, like, Russell, you don't have to deal with this, but I do. Like, there's almost nowhere I can use a drone legally. You know? So it's like it's a lot of money, especially because it seems that the most affordable one with the follow me feature is still noticeably over $1,000. Well, actually, you know what? I haven't looked in a couple of years. Like, I have one. Is it still up here?
Jess.
I had one printed out that I was looking at, but I think I took it down because like I'm not gonna get it anytime soon.
Well, here's the thing, Jess. I mean, if you bought a drone today, would you be able to use it in a video in the next month?
No.
Next 2 months?
Probably, yeah.
A drone to me, like I can use it every video if I wanted to.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah.
If it's just situational for you,
Yeah, it's a lot of money that I can almost never use. You know, like I think when my channel is way more monetized, that changes the argument a little bit.
Well,
but like,
I don't think it's due to monetization for you. I think it's opportunity for video. Like
yeah.
If you're going out like every weekend into the bush and doing videos, then yeah, absolutely. But you're not getting that opportunity right now.
Mm-hmm. So true.
I hate to say it.
Okay, so you got a Canon EOS R. Okay. All right.
What is that equivalent to?
It's kind of equivalent to what we've got, but I think they're a little more expensive if it's what I remember it being. Oh, Hike dropped his Sony. Probably gonna need to get a new camera. Crap. Okay. That sucks.
The EOS R is an expensive camera. Jesus.
Yeah. But it does 25. Yeah.
Is it mirrorless? Is that what it is? Or
I think it is a mirrorless. It seems that mirrorless have gone from being the affordable version to the non-affordable.
Excuse me. The R Plus is $2,500.
Yeah, the Plus and the R, there's a difference there.
All right,
but they're both mirrorless though, if I remember correctly.
Okay, Canon EOS R mirrorless digital camera, body only with deluxe accessories, $2,200.
I think Peter McKinnon did a couple of videos on it, and of course, if he did, so did Matty Hapoya, right?
I don't know. I'm so happy with my T8i. I need a really good reason to upgrade to a mirrorless or anything at this point.
The nice thing about mirrorless is small, right? But I'm okay. Like I have an 80D, and I'm used to that form factor. I'm used to the way it works. Like the controls are like, I know how that camera works. If I change up to one of the other series, even if I say in Canon, You got to sort of relearn a few things. Like whenever I've got a Rebel here or a T4i, T5i, T4i, I think, and it works differently. You know, like starting video is a different button press than it is on this. Bettina, however, got a new iPhone 3 Pro, which I was going to get this year, but I got a new computer. Well, but I'm getting a new computer instead. This is an 11. It's good. Nice cameras on this, but that 13 has some really nice camera nice cameras. Like way better than what I got. Well, not way better than what I got, but you can get better bokeh when you're taking photos and stuff. Tyler says DJI Mav Mini or any DJI drone use a third-party app. Oh, I didn't know there was a third-party app that gives you follow me mode. You're yeah. He's doing more research into it than I am right now. To me, it's something that like it's a future thing when I'm doing more camping kind of thing, like Russell's saying. It's like I would rather replace this off the bat. No, I would rather get a drone. I can't justify that. I can't justify the drone because I don't get enough action out of it in the way that I'm camping right now. By which I mean,
did you say action?
I don't get the action. was my Quebecois showing a little bit there? Sorry.
Action.
Hike with Mike thinks that drone videos are overused anyway. I think
he's completely wrong.
Well, I know. I think in some ways, in some cases he isn't wrong. In other cases, he is.
Well, like it depends on what channels he's talking about, what videos he's talking about. Because certainly, yes, they can be overused. But but on other times they can be used just right to.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, Tyler spent $4,500 for his kit. So yeah, that's an expensive camera. That's way too rich for my blood.
The EOS R and Tyler.
He probably got like a great lens with it though, right? And something maybe.
Wait, Tyler, are you making enough money from your YouTube channel to afford that? I could ask the tough questions here.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Tim says, I still have the D750, the Nikon. Tim, is that a stills only camera though, or does that one do like 1080p video as well? I think we've had this conversation at some point, haven't we? Oh. Yeah, but hopefully the last camera I ever need, that last one broke, and I've been using your GoPro 8 for the last 6 months. Okay.
What was your last camera, Tyler?
He had this like video camera, like with a flip out screen.
Oh, one of those, like an HD cam?
Yeah, kind of thing, but like a really modern one. I don't remember if it did 4K or 1080p, but it was sort of a. He sort of dropped me a link for it at one point, and yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people here, can't wait to get the drone in action above my forest kind of thing. Okay, hold on. Country Boy says, what I said, the third-party app allows active track. My Mini 2 Fly More bundle was $6.99 better than... Yeah, absolutely. But I didn't even know there was a third-party app. Hey, look who's here. Sean in Alaska. That Russell guy uses way too much drone footage. I love it.
And yet I get complimented every time.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Yeah. And here's Charles and Ian. I film mostly with my Samsung. My wife uses her iPhone. The thing is, you can get some great footage with these phones. You don't need... I mean, the reason I like these SLRs is because I like having the lens options. Zooming in, zooming out, doing stuff like that.
I think Charles is talking about his Samsung mobile.
Yeah, his phone. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I misunderstood you.
Tim says, I do not like the video feature on my camera. Is a camera for mainly stills? Yes, I know that you're mostly a still photographer. Maybe one day I can find a GoPro that does not pop. Fair enough. Tyler says, honestly, all the money from my channel gets donated to kids with cancer or to our wounded troops. All the money I spend on my channel comes from my job. I'm sort of at the point where like everything I spend on the channel shouldn't come from my day job because I have, a mortgage and 2 kids. So my end game is that the channel pays for its own equipment at some point. If I can get to the point where the channel is self-sustaining in that way, then I'll call that a win. Absolutely. Look, the dream is, we're all dreaming about being able to just pay for our lives with our channel and that's it. But it would be naive to just assume that that's going to happen with the shape that my channel is in right now. Time lapse is not too shabby, but I prefer stills. Now, Tim, to get really kick-ass time lapse, I sort of did a deep dive in trying to learn that at one point, and there's what's it called, Magic Lantern. You don't even need it, but I was reading up on Magic Lantern for DSLRs, and I read about. Someone said that the best way to do your time lapses is just to set up your camera to take a still photo every second or twice a second or whatever, rather than use the video time lapse. Because what it does then is it exposes as a film camera does, rather than as a video camera. And I don't know if this is still true with the cameras that are being made right now, but it was a very interesting article I read on that, and I don't remember where I got that from, so I can't point you to the article. But I'm wondering if that's the same thing that you're doing on your camera. Tyler says, and my last camera I had was a Sony AX53 4K camera. The very last was a Canon M5. Tyler goes through cameras like I go through sandwiches. Thanks, Carol. Super sticker. But make it a super chat next time so you can say something.
Like 3 sandwiches before lunch kind of thing? What about the lenses?
What about second breakfast?
Second.
Sean in Alaska says, so this week I realized I can film 60 frames per second HD on your cell. Nice. Are you using a Samsung as well, Sean? I think I've asked you that, but I don't remember.
Sean, there's no reason at all to film in 60 FPS unless you're going to slow it down in editing.
Yeah, I shoot in 24, no matter what I'm using. Phone, camera, or GoPro, it's all 24.
And if you wanted to slow that down in editing, shoot at 50.
Yeah, very true. Yeah. S10, yes, right. That's the thing. Like, I should really shoot a lot more sort of slow-mo stuff. Yeah, I really should.
It's good. It's really. Yeah. I'll tell you what. I may have talked about this before, but in one video I was thinking about I want to get slow motion video of the dogs. Sandwiches. Yeah. Slow motion video of the dog. So I'm like playing with my GoPro. I'm like, okay, speed up the 60 frames per second or 90 or 120. 120, I can slow it down by 25%, right?
Yeah.
25%. So I film it and I get a great action, slow motion action sequence of the dogs running towards me. And I'm like, oh, that's beautiful. Put it in a video. Next week, I'm watching a Sean James video. And for the first time ever, I see a great slow motion video of Callie running along. Like, never done that before.
Yeah. Okay. Look what especially Sean says. He's going to slow it down too.
Yeah, especially when you get like a nice fire going or something like that, and you want to catch the.
Yeah. Yeah, I see. Tyler is explaining. A lot of friends have passed from PTSD or cancer. Only made sense, and especially as a father, I couldn't imagine what parents go through feeling hopeless. Truth. David says that he had to speed up his first and only time lapse. David put up a time lapse video very recently, in fact, which I watched and I liked. Give it a thumbs up.
Yeah. See, you can always speed up video because you're just removing frames, but it's hard to slow down video because you can't add frames. I mean,
Yeah, it's tough.
editing will add frames, but it's not. It's just kind of interpolating. Yeah, it's interpolating between the frames and adding a frame, kind of based on the 2 frames beside it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it doesn't end up looking as smooth, you know.
Oh, it's terrible. Yeah. It's terrible. That's why I say you gotta increase the frames per second, and then you can do it.
Yeah, exactly. So hold on, I'm gonna take this EOS R system out of my browser, so I'm not tempted to throw $4,500 at a camera. Computer, damn it! It's got to be a computer. So I finished my tea and I finished my beer.
Zing.
Whiskey time.
Whiskey.
Whiskey.
Are you going to give us a review?
No, because I drank this one already with you guys. No. But I got to drink it slowly because it's a 50%. I got a headache today too. I don't want to overdo the booze.
You'll forget all about it in a bit.
Yeah. What's all that noise, Russell? What's all that noise? Yeah, Tyler. We've been working on that for a while, and we've sort of come through the other side. She had the youngest daughter. I think most of you know this, but not everyone. Our youngest daughter had a life-threatening allergy to eggs, and an equally bad, well, not quite as bad, but still dangerous allergy to milk. And after, she's 3 now. We've been working since she was about 6 or 8 months old, and she can now eat both milk products and eggs. Over the weekend, she had 2 great big globs of scrambled eggs for breakfast. A little bit of a rash every now and again. We still have EpiPen Juniors in her bag, but we seem to have gotten her past the dangerous part, and she almost never reacts anymore. Every now and again, she has a reaction to something. But yeah, that was scary and then stressful, and we're doing all right now. We're doing all right. So much work, though. So much work of giving her a tiny bit of egg every day for a week, then a little bit bigger of an egg every day for a week. It's just like months and months of ramping up eggs and ramping up milk products. So much work. Country Boy says that was a fast flash of the bottle. What was it? Sorry. It's the Aaron 10. This is the old bottle. It's a new bottle and a slightly different, not recipe, but they use a slightly different set of barrels now, I think. This bottle is way under 100. It's under $100, but it really tastes like $100 bottle. It hits way above its weight. It hits way above its price point. Bettina's fiance. I said fiance. Bettina's fiance is a vet. And she has cousins with childhood cancer. Yeah, PTSD. No, you go.
Is Eric there? Bettina? Hey, Eric. If you're there. Sorry, go ahead. Children?
Yeah, no, I was just sort of. Tyler's glad to hear that we've pulled through on her allergies. Charles just finished his first Bloody Mary. Time for the second. Go big or go home, right?
We need to invent a new term like Bloody Caesar Mary.
Bloody Caesar Mary.
Something, something that with purpose.
Yeah, you gotta have purpose. Purpose is so important.
Bloody Caesar Mary.
Yeah. I'm gonna go see a man about a hearse. I'll be right back.
Yep. Oh, hey, it's me. All right, Charles, since you're there and it's your birthday, let's do this. Yes, he is Russell, but he just went off to bedroom. I guess he isn't coming back out. Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Charles. Happy birthday to you. And many more. I yelled that you say hi. He says hi back. Still under the weather, is he, Bettina? I gotta make a Caesar with the garnish. I was in the grocery store a couple of weeks ago, and all my things had gone through the checkout, and I was just getting ready to pay, and I looked at there's a young girl behind me, and she puts on there 2 big bottles of Clamato juice, salt, pepper. I said, they're going, somebody's doing Caesars tonight. And she's like, yep, gonna try it. Yep. And I said, you getting horseradish too? And she said, oh, I don't like spicy foods. Oh, well. I forget if she had the salt rim. The rim salt? What do you call that? I forget. Without the garnish. I tell you what, the one thing that people always put in a Caesar, celery. What is the point of celery in a Caesar? I don't know. He's very tired and hurt his bad shoulder today, moving thousands of pounds of pine for a client. I tell you what, this shoulder of mine is still giving me problems. It's like something went out of joint in here. And every now and then I'm lying down and it just like pops back out of joint and pops back into joint. I don't. There he is. Yeah, there. Steve Groans. Hey, Steve. Kristen was here earlier, right? What happened? Jesse, you're muted.
I ain't said anything yet either.
Yeah, I thought I'd head that one off.
Were
Oh, I was singing while you were gone, by the way.
you? What were you singing?
Happy birthday to Charles.
Charles, happy birthday. Well, you've already done it, so never mind.
You can do it again. See if you can do it as well as I did.
To you. No.
That's it.
Yeah, I changed my mind. It looks like people are still discussing Bloody Caesar recipes. Celery salt is a rimmer, of course. Let's not talk about rimmers. Shut up, Jesse.
Shut up, Jesse.
Tyler likes his salads as follows: steak cooked medium rare with a side of potato. I eat a lot of salads these days because I still have to lose like another 10 pounds. But
we all forget how much grass the cows eat, and that's obviously a vegetarian meal. Like, you eat a cow.
You are what you eat, right?
Right? Yeah, exactly.
I get it. I'm hep to this jive. Why are people still talking about Bloody Caesars? Like, what's going on in the side chat here, guys?
They're talking about Caesars or Bloody Marys. They're not talking about Bloody Caesars.
You've got to be. Bettina says he hurt his shoulder moving thousands of pounds of pine for a client. That's gotta suck. Did you guys already talk about that?
How bad it sucks?
To hurt your shoulder?
No, not really. Oh, what? But Steve's got a good thing.
I was gonna say maple bacon way better than a celery stalk.
In a Caesar? You know what? I can see that.
Well, I mean, the flavors would go well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, bacon with anything goes well.
Fair point. Absolutely. Yes, sorry, folks. I went exactly where I shouldn't have gone.
He's going to get a Russell rating.
A Russell rating is like way worse than just a straight up R rating. That's called getting old, guys. Great.
I just heard it. Oh my God, behind me.
So I put up a on my Facebook page. Okay. Those of you who still, those of you who are old enough to do Facebook, I guess apparently the youth have abandoned it, know that like they sort of, here's a reminder of your whatever you posted on this date like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever. And so my 10 years ago was a picture of this, which I had just got. Okay. Because I bought this for myself for my 40th birthday.
That's so beautiful.
I know. I love it. It's stunning.
I want a gun with a stock just like that. Same.
With a spalted maple stock?
Yes. That is so. Come on, hey, slap that bass.
Slap the bass. Well, so I reposted that picture and I said, oh, wow. 10 years ago, that means I'm going to be 50 in May. And there's another bass player who I don't really know. He's someone I know-ish. I know him through my guitarist anyway. And he immediately pipes in with, I'm going to be 56. What's your point? And I was still using a Chinese jazz knockoff. So I didn't reply because obviously I stepped on some toes there, I guess. But I was like, I've been thinking about it all day. It's like, the guy never talks to me. And like, is that a jealousy thing coming through? Or is he not okay with being 56? Like, what's going on there? Like, I'm saying that as someone who never reaches out and trolls anyone online, YouTube, Facebook, anything. I've said to you guys before that I want to be someone who just brings the light whenever I leave a comment. I always want to be lifting someone up. And so I don't get why, if someone says something I just don't care about or I kind of don't like, I just ignore it. I scroll past. So I was wondering what the hell? Like, why would you reach out and touch someone like that? Like, why put in the energy? Why show me that my life is just better than yours by default? But here's the thing. I don't know why I'm still thinking about it. Like, I like to think that, well, whatever, your problem, but I'm still thinking about it. I'm 56. What's your point? I'm still using a Chinese jazz knockoff. Oh.
I think the point probably is you don't need a really expensive bass to.
Yeah, you don't. And if it wasn't a birthday gift, I wouldn't have bought it. Right? I mean, that was canoe money. You know what I'm saying? And I don't use it for every gig either. For the last 3, I've used my Fender, which was like $1,200. But anyways, I don't know. It was weird. It didn't sour my day or anything. My day was already sour, so it wouldn't have been out of my way or anything. But still, it's just I don't know what's going on there.
It's really like, well, you don't need expensive, but yeah, I don't buy that either.
No.
I want to, you know.
I like to have stuff that gives me the fizz. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's like you feel good in a miniskirt, right? Kind of thing. Like you.
I would look a little fat in a miniskirt, but you know.
It's like when you sort of what behind me? It's like when you get your purple belt and you're like, I am so much better now than I was
Yeah,
10
I
minutes
get it.
before I got my
Yeah.
purple belt.
Yeah, that's a good point. By the way,
Right.
Bettina sent you a message.
Yeah, she wants to join us. Are we up for that or?
Well, I mean, we're technically supposed to be finished. We can let if she doesn't talk about pew pews and she's not loud and obnoxious, we can let her on for a little while. For those of you who are all saying talking about start again. For those of you who are all talking about bacon vodka, I would like to say that I fat washed some bourbon with bacon last week, which is pretty freaking good. Please note that I said frickin'. Oh, sorry. Back home is the brand. What? I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Back home?
Bacon. The way Steve Grounds spells it, it kind of looks like back home to me. But I mean, I live in French Canada, right? Whoops. That's not what I'm looking for. This was what I was looking for. Everything sort of shifted just as I clicked. Sorry.
It happens.
Country Boys made Caesars with bacon vodka, bacon infused vodka.
I've never seen bacon vodka, but now I gotta look.
I've never seen it either, but like I can see those flavors working well together in a Caesar.
Yeah.
You know? No?
You know what I hate? You know what I hate seeing is the words simulated bacon on something.
Yeah, because you want real bacon.
Or at least real bacon flavor, not simulated bacon flavor.
Yeah, because the simulated bacon flavor never really works.
And okay, so Scott is right. How did this turn into the?
Yeah,
Caesar?
I know. Let's just move on. Like, I mean, for God's sakes, ladies, gentlemen,
Come on, people.
Come on, people.
Bushcraft.
Off grid. Bushcraft. Homesteading. Prepping. Okay, good. Now we pulled them all back onto track, right? That's all it took.
All right, let's talk bug-out bags.
Okay, first of all, I do have to mention to Tyler that I'm not going to do it. I was gonna go into this, but no, I'm not going to go it. I'm not going to do it. Why, Steve? Why? Why did you bring up the squirrels? Why did you bring up the squirrels, Steve?
Here, taste
Am I adding Bettina or are you adding Bettina?
gin.
Did Alicia just say gin?
Blackberry and lemon gin. Oh,
How is it?
That's not bad actually. I'm not sure we'll be able to see it. Can you see that?
Yeah, Dylan's. Huh? Never even heard of it. I mean, I've heard of Dylan's, but I have never heard of that.
It's not actually bad.
Hi, Bettina.
Hola.
Hi, Bettina.
Hi, Bettina.
Hi, Bettina.
Hello. Hello. My
Welcome to
post-COVID
Hearts of Space.
appearance.
Me too, David.
All right. Gotta get
Tyler.
something to raise this thing up.
Tyler, we don't call it Canadian bacon here. We call it back bacon. Canadian bacon is the American name for Canadian bacon.
No, we call it pea meal bacon.
I've heard it called that as well, but I feel that
work.
that's an old time name.
Well, if you
Or that's like the official name on the packet, but I've never heard it called pea meal. That's what it is, though.
You haven't
Campbell
heard it
off
called
grid.
pea
No. Just what kind of knife would I use for
It's always been
slicing
called
bacon
pea
for
meal.
my Caesar?
I would go with the Gromans, number one.
Number one, if a number four, if you're like in a survival situation, if you're making a post-apocalyptic Caesar with bacon. But aside from that, the number one will do you just fine.
Yep.
So has anybody tried a gin Caesar?
No.
It's very yummy. if you like gin.
It's very good. Yeah, but what kind of gin do you
Yes.
use for that then? Like, does it
It's
depend
very
on?
good.
It's very good. Is that like a London dry gin,
Mm,
Plymouth?
Are you just replacing the vodka with gin?
well, just
Yeah,
whatever.
probably.
Yeah, whatever gin I happen to have. But I made that. I used to work in a bar, and somebody asked me for a gin Caesar, and I went, a gin Caesar. So yeah, but it's actually very good. And actually, I've made a tequila Caesar too.
You know what? That's nothing special. That's like, oh, I've run out of
You can get-
vodka. What else can I throw in here? Kahlua? Yeah, sure. Kahlua Caesar.
No, but I haven't really.
No.
No. That would be wrong. No.
Why are we still talking about Caesars?
Bettina.
Caesars are amazing.
I like this comment by Tyler. The old cleaver and bacon go hand in hand. I am dying for a cleaver, like a nice cleaver. I want a cleaver. I also want a kitchen axe, but the wife
cleaver.
and my daughter, my eldest daughter, have both put the kibosh on that. But I think you need a kitchen axe.
I showed you my cleaver here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I want it.
Straight off Amazon.
Well,
Yeah, that's true.
I told you I'd be good, so I'm not gonna
Don't.
talk
Don't.
bad things.
Okay.
But I can show you pictures, right?
When we're not like when we're not online, we can talk about things.
Okay.
but
We
not-
show you. But I can show. This is not a cleaver. Look how cute that is.
Actually, what is that?
Hello,
Oh man,
go
if
walk.
LT was here. Oh, it's a,
Okay. And I poke
so
you.
that's what happened to Bambi.
Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop.
Your paw?
Oh.
That's your paw, right?
Everyone say goodnight to David.
Or dear. Good night, David.
David, you're
Where did
bailing? Good night, David. Bailing
Good night,
on
David.
us. And a little pointy. So cute.
That looks like a throwing knife. Is that a throwing
No,
knife?
but I
Right.
can show you those too.
Or a sacrifice knife.
No, that's just a little cute knife.
No,
I
just a
don't
little
know.
cute
That's
knife.
a
Just a cute.
sacrifice knife. Definitely. Oh, it's just a cutie. But I don't know where the throwing knives went. Where'd the throwing knives go, babe?
Poor guy's in bed. Leave him
Alrighty.
alone. Jeez.
I know.
Jeez, Bettina. Keep waking him up. She froze.
Throwing knives. I
Tyler,
got them.
Tyler, I don't have a PO
Those are-
box yet. I keep meaning to get one, but they're expensive as shift
Look.
here in Canada. Oh yeah, those are
Smith &
throwing
Wesson.
knives, all right.
Those are Smith and Wessons.
Yeah.
Pointy.
Pointy.
No, I think you have to throw them somehow like that. Yeah. They'd be
Yeah.
pointy.
I'm taking a sip of my
I don't know how to use
whiskey.
it very well. Oh, I got another really cute little thing. It's missing something, but it's pointy and nice too. Hold on.
Okay. Ah, right. Dennis is here at
This
last.
is a cute little tool.
Oh yeah, that's
Dennis has been here for a long
like a
time.
fisk. Oh, I know, but he's been sort of just
But
dropping a
look.
little dot in to make sure that we know that he's listening. Yep. Oh, that's the kit. Yeah. I saw that at Cabela's a couple of
It's
years
so
ago.
cute. Now it has
But-
a case, but I don't know where that is right
I have a question about that kit.
now.
Bettina.
Woo!
When you really, the question is, when you're chopping with it, does the knife ever slip out?
Well, it's not mine, but I don't think so. If you put it in right, I don't think it comes out. It's a Gerber, by the way.
Yep. Yeah, mine's a Gerber too. I mean,
It
Fiskars.
hasn't-
It's
it's
a rebranded
almost-
Fiskars.
I have to wonder if there's a magnet in there because when you, I don't know if there is, but when
That sounded
watch.
like it.
Wait.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah.
so
Yeah. There's
Did you see
definitely a
that?
magnet. Yeah.
it almost grabs.
Yeah.
So I think there's a magnet in there, but
It
it's
sounds
of
like
course it's not mine. It's Eric's. But he uses it sometimes for batoning. You know, like. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh,
We
I
could
know.
Use Bambi's foot instead. Boom, 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 boom.
Poor Bambi.
Bettina likes pointy, sharp things.
Tyler, drop me a note
Actually, poor
from
Bambi.
over on Instagram or Facebook or something. We can chat.
I think that's a boot knife.
That looks like one to me.
I found a poor Bambi leg, a baby Bambi leg in the bush today.
Hmm.
Only the leg.
That's
Somebody had been eating it.
Yep.
Yeah, and it wasn't there last week because when I was walking in the same spot last week on my COVID walk, it wasn't there.
that's funny. Willow and Junebug found a paw, brought it back. Willow was chewing on it. I'm not sure what it was, but that's the wilderness for you.
Yep.
You
That
you
is.
don't know what it was? It was a paw?
It was a paw of something like from here down kind of thing. So from the ankle
Oh.
down to the toes of muskrat maybe,
No,
or
this was a Bambi. Oh, maybe. No, this
Poor
was
Bambi.
a Bambi, and it was the little. Where's that camera?
And
The
how-
little hoof thing was only that big, so it was definitely a baby.
how old
yeah.
was it?
A baby.
Baby. Oh, or like a
Well,
really young
the rest
baby.
of it wasn't there.
Yeah.
Because I mean, babies
It was probably Eric figures an early baby.
that didn't survive.
It was a baby. It was a baby.
All right.
Somebody ate the baby.
Well, you shouldn't have done that.
But they
Bettina.
fed their baby.
Don't eat the babies, Bettina.
What?
Don't eat the
I
baby
didn't eat the
babies.
baby. Someone else ate the baby. Look, I need a shower.
She who found it.
My hair's
Was
a
it?
little on the. She
I
who
was trying
found
to
it
say
ate
something.
No.
Yeah, it doesn't work. Never mind.
it. Free chew toys. Yeah.
Yes. What? And the funny thing is, I mean, I looked over at
I did-
like 100 meters away. Willow's underneath a tree going on something. I'm like, oh god, what is it?
Yeah.
What did you find? So I got to walk over there and see this grisly thing underneath the tree.
Yeah. Oh well.
Do you have a lot of muskrats? Do you see them?
Every day, yeah. I'm not
Even
sure if it was a paw
Do
from
you
a
see the
muskrat.
muskrats?
It could have been a beaver or an otter. I can't recognize it, but
Yeah, where my
Ronaldo's not
mother-in-law
moving
lives,
in time with the
there's a bunch of
noise.
muskrats as well. They're like beavers without the tail.
and they swim slower.
They're beavers with rat tails.
Yeah.
I
Country
saw
boy
a
knew where I was
muskrat
going
outside
there,
the
but
bar I used to work at.
really, I've seen rats
Yeah,
outside of
he who
bars.
smelt it dealt it.
By which I mean like college kids.
This was a muskrat. Yeah.
Shouldn't have said that. That was a
Well, I've
mess.
seen all those. I worked in a bar for 4 years. I've seen
Nice.
it all.
I used to work in a bar too. I do not miss working in a bar. The money was good.
Oh, I do. I do a little bit. It was fun. I worked in a pretty fun bar.
The problem with working
It was
in a
like
bar
a
is
Cheers place. We were all friends. Was
was
fun.
it the? Well, you know, sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. The problem with working in a bar
Definitely.
is that if you're not careful, it can leave you really sort of jaded. You know, because you can't really like
Yeah.
people
and
after.
some of the people you can like, but yeah, some of them you can't. It's
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah, Bettina did not kill
Depending.
Bambi.
There's quite the culture there. I
Yeah,
did not. Although I have Bambi's foot right here. I have Bambi's head somewhere too. Oh, here, hold on. I show you.
so
I'll show
Campbell
you
off
Bambi's
grid's
head.
dog
Hold
comes
on.
back to camp with animal ribs, fish carcasses, deer sheds. Man, that sounds like an adventure.
Oh, I'm in the camera. Wait. There's a Bambi head.
There's a
big
Bambi head.
Bambi.
Yeah, that's Bambi as a grown-up.
I found one over on our land. Yeah. Eric has lots of those Bambi heads lying around.
Yeah. The hell did Russell go?
Lots and lots. I don't know. To see a man about a hearse, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Oh my god, I need to shower badly.
I need to sleep badly.
Oh, sleep is overrated. No, I'm kidding.
Oh man, you know what? 20 years ago, I would have agreed with you. Nowadays, it's like, oh. Last night I fell asleep. I sat down for
slept
a minute
all
on the
day.
couch. Boom, out like a light. I like this.
No.
Dennis says
I
we're all friends in
I
here,
slept
Bettina.
all day yesterday. I had a migraine.
I haven't had a migraine in
We
years.
are Dennis.
We are Dennis.
Oh, I had a nasty migraine. We are all Dennis. No, we are all friends. Yeah, yesterday I had such a bad migraine. I slept all day. I woke up at 9:30 at night. I looked out the window and it
Went
was
back to
dark.
bed.
I went in the bedroom. There's Eric sleeping away. I scared him, woke him up. But that's how I knew I had COVID. Is I had a really nasty headache, and I knew. I tested myself right away.
Right.
It was awful.
Do you want to hear my Willow story? 'Cause I know
Yeah,
you
sure. I do want to say before we go any further that it is currently 11:18, so we're going to go till
Story.
11:30, and then we're going to shut this thing down.
Oh, he says that now. He says that now.
Bettina, behave yourself right now, okay? You got to just behave.
He's-
Okay.
Jess is pretty good at.
Sorry. I'm coming off of being sick for over a week.
I was sick for over a week back in
I
January.
need to socialize.
Welcome to the world.
Cheers,
peoples.
Bettina.
I need to socialize with my people.
Welcome back to the world, Bettina.
Cheers.
So yeah, this story, Russell. I want to hear it.
Yeah. Woohoo!
Yeah. Okay. So I was heading out to the trail cams. I don't know if I can tell this very coherently right now, but I'll try. I was heading out to my trail cams, and I was rounding a small beaver pond just before I get to the trail cams, and it's a beautiful beaver pond. I always shoot video there because it's nice lily pads, it's nice ambiance. There's a big rock cliff with hanging fungi on there. So it's a really nice spot, but I totally forgot my GoPro, which I never do. If I'm leaving the cabin, I take my GoPro everywhere just in case, but I forgot it that day. This was back on Saturday. And just as we're getting to that little beaver pond, I see the dogs start going crazy, and I see a big beaver right in the middle of that small beaver pond. And the beavers do what beavers always do when they see the dogs. This beaver, and the small beaver pond, this beaver starts swimming back and forth right in the middle of the pond, like it doesn't give a shit. And these dogs are not a consideration. But Junebug and Will are like going crazy. They're going this way, they're going that way. They're racing around. I'm like, you're never gonna catch that beaver, guys. And Willow at one point was in the beaver pond and like starts swimming towards it. I'm like, Willow, stop.
Right.
And the beaver does the whole splash thing, and Willow turns around and comes back to shore. I'm like, you're never gonna catch a beaver pond. So I carry on, and they're doing their thing, and I go to the trail cam. I switch. Well, I find out that the trail cam, which wasn't working, was because I hadn't turned it on. So I'm heading back, rounding this beaver pond, and the dogs are still racing around this way and that way. And I'm coming around the corner. I'm coming up towards that big rock wall with the fungi, and Junebug's like right beside me. And I glance over in the beaver pond, and the beaver is kind of swimming lazily towards us, me and Junebug. And that's when I see Willow behind this beaver, swimming towards it. With us, Bettina, swimming towards it and catching up to this beaver. And I'm like, oh, Willow, no! And she's gaining, and the beaver doesn't see it because the beaver's focused on me and Junebug. I'm like, Willow, no! And like the Willow's like right on her back at this point, and she goes, ah, like this with her mouth. And just then the beaver does the whole splash thing, and Willow's head disappears underneath the water. I'm like, ah! Like a full second passed, and then Willow's head pops up, and she's looking around, right, like this. I'm like, Willow, get over here right now! So Willow swam towards me, and we're like, okay, we're out of here.
Yeah. Yikes.
I couldn't believe it though. Beaver swimming lazily along, and Willow swimming behind it, catching up to the beaver. Like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
It was crazy. Anyway, that's the
that must
story.
have been a stressful second or two, though.
No, it was, because like beavers are incredibly strong, and their jaws are like
Yeah.
super strong. I was more worried about Willow than I was about the beaver. But
yeah, and beavers don't seem to be all that afraid of dogs. They seem to be aware of where the power lies in that dynamic.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I mean, when they're in the pond, you can't catch them generally. But this beaver was so focused on me and Junebug.
Yeah.
Well, coming up behind.
Splish splashing along. I hear a beep. Oh, there's Bettina.
Yeah.
For the last 7 minutes.
Better.
Hey, Bettina.
Better late than never. The damn internet screwed me over.
Dang it.
I like the wine glance ambiance there, though.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
Can you tell I haven't been out a lot lately?
No, can't tell it all. Right, Russell?
Tell it all. Goodness. Oh, goodness gracious.
I love what Dennis said here. Strong enough to chew trees. You try to take a bite out of a tree and let me know how you make it out.
Oh, yeah. And then, that one video I did where the beavers rebuilt the dam, I just seen them hauling up these great big branches and going, oh, this is not the right size. This like 2-inch branch is suddenly in half, and you go, holy crap.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, crap.
That's serious.
My uncle's Dalmatian was chasing a muskrat that disappeared only to have it come up on Duke's neck. I guess Duke was the Dalmatian.
Yeah, they're no joke. Beavers can be quite aggressive.
Yeah, absolutely.
This beaver was probably the biggest beaver I've ever seen. This beaver was as big as Junebug.
Wow.
Wow.
Serious.
Jesus. Yikes.
Willow's Willow.
Yeah. Right.
You could do a beaver cooking, whatever they call that. What do they kill and cook? I don't know what do the people call that?
Oh yeah, what is it?
On the channels they go, what do they call that? A clean and cook or a cooking? I don't know. On the
It's not like a
YouTube
kill
channels
and
from the
cook.
States.
Kill it. No. What the
Kill
hell
and
is it?
cook it. No, I don't know.
Gun and grill? I don't know.
I don't know. What is catch and cook? Catch and cook.
Catch and cook.
Catch
That's
and
what I'm looking for. Jeez.
There you go.
Whew. Bettina, I
Eric's
knew we were gonna get to it somehow. We were gonna find it somehow.
Apparently, I'm going to eat a squirrel and a frog at some point in time in my life.
You haven't had a frog?
I haven't had a frog and I haven't had a squirrel. I've raised squirrels.
I'll tell
But
you
I haven't
something for
eaten 'em.
free, Bettina. If you were French Canadian, you would have eaten frog's legs by now.
I ain't a French Canadian. I'm a German.
Well, I first of all, Canoe Hound says I like aggressive beaver, but I'm not sure if what
I
he's
bet you
referencing
do, Dennis.
is something that's going to get me demonetized. So I just took that right the hell back
The
off the
bitey
screen.
beaver? The bitey beaver.
He's talking about the slapping beaver.
Everyone slapped a little bit.
Doesn't get
Okay,
any better,
stop.
Russell. It doesn't matter
Grace,
what you
hi.
say.
Welcome to the live chat,
there's-
to the live stream. Showing up for the last 5 minutes. Always nice to see Grace's name in the
Hey,
side
Grace.
chat.
Hi, Grace.
I love it. Campbell upgrade. It was just a matter of time to Canoe Adventures. Yeah.
Don't get me started.
Please don't start. For God's sakes, don't start.
I'm going to be a good girl.
Oh
gonna
no, we
break my
scared off
line.
Tyler. We scared
But
off
not
Tyler. Where's Lol? I'm out. Sorry,
Good night,
Tyler.
No, Tyler, we're just being silly.
Good night, Charles and Annalyn, if Annalyn's there.
We are
Good night.
polite Canadians here.
Yeah,
We
that
are
was
just
totally
being
polite of
silly.
us. Dennis led us right down the primrose path of,
I know.
let's just get a little dirty. Oh, and then we're gonna get really dirty. Oh God. There we go.
Darn it.
Right off the cliff. Right off the cliff.
That's what happens.
It does happen sometimes, doesn't it? It
It
does on occasion
does.
happen.
But as Dennis said, we are all friends here.
We're all friends.
So we
We're all
can be
polite little
silly.
friends here.
I hope so.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
You ruin everything,
Was my-
Bettina. Everything's ruined.
It was-
Everything's
I'm
wrecked.
so sorry.
I gotta get kicked off
I'm
YouTube.
so sorry. I'm so sorry the beaver was aggressive, but it wasn't, my
I can hear what Dennis is saying right now. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
I love this. Listen. Went from tossing salads to angry beavers too quickly. Yeah.
How was that? Was that snorting?
Yeah, that's snorting. More than you know, Bettina. Don't have an aneurysm or anything there.
You okay, Bettina? Oh my God! Somebody send a box of wine.
Oh gosh,
Yeah, I was
my
going to say,
glasses are
let's...
fogging up.
2 minutes left of the live stream, and poor Bettina has a coronary, right? Yeah, I love it. Right off the cliff. That's why we're here. Thanks, Ian. You're like a bunch of lemmings.
You know, we can't have some fun being silly.
I don't like fun. I don't do fun. I have no fun.
All right, then. We'll just be really boring for you. Is that better? Well, what would you like
Yes.
to talk about?
I would like
Yes?
to discuss tax rates.
Okay. No. Oh, taxes. I have to do my taxes.
Oh, no, let's not talk
Who
about
hasn't
it.
done their taxes? Oh my
me.
God, you would bring up that word.
I'm sorry. I was just looking for the
Taxes.
least fun thing I could think of.
Ah, shit. I haven't done my taxes. And I don't think my sister will do them because she doesn't like me right now.
Aw. A little fish in the kitchen showing up for the last minute. How's it going?
Hey,
Marcel. Hi.
Howdy, peeps. We're just on for one more minute. Man,
Yeah,
how
so
did
he
we end it?
says.
How did it get so late? Like, how the hell did it get so late? Dennis is, as I say, end on a high note. Yeah, thanks. Tax.
No, wait. I can probably go higher.
You don't. Okay, but we don't have to. We don't have to do that, though.
I'm a girl. I can do it better.
For land's sakes.
Or higher.
For land's
comment?
sakes.
Look, I have ear things in that are not on a cable. Oh, you
Nice.
can't see them.
I don't have any in, but I have some here. I kind of don't love them though.
I got a new. These came with my new phone, but I have another brand that are German that are better.
Are they Sennheiser?
Klipsch.
Oh, Klipsch.
No, Klipsch.
Okay.
They're really nice, but these are IQ buds. They're not bad either.
Nice.
Better than those Apple things, those white things. I hate those. They hurt.
Yeah, that's why I got these ones. I'm not showing off. I'm just these ones have the soft thing because I'm with you. I can't wear the usual Apple
Oh,
headphones
those
at all.
corded things?
No, it's the
like
hard.
wonderful.
Yeah, but see, they've got the soft tip because I can't handle that hard tip.
Yeah, Russell has that thing, but the Klipsch are even better. But these IQs are really nice too, and they have their own little a little case. I feel like Vanna White. A little case. It charges them. In the little. It's magnetic.
Good night, country
you pop
boy.
them in and they go click. Night, country boy.
Good night.
It's not even night there. It's earlier. Here. There.
Good night, Kristen. Good night. Wood
night,
Pigeon
Kristen.
shows up for the last minute.
Good night, Steve.
All right, we are after 11:30, and I have got to go to
How
bed.
did we chase everybody away?
So, well, it's late, man. It's late, Bettina. It's late. It's after 11:30. So we're going to shut her down here. I just want to remind all of you that next week we're talking about outdoors and like off-grid and
Books.
Yes, books related to all the outdoor stuff that we love so well. So I look forward to speaking to all of you next week. Between now and next week, please do us all a favor and be healthy, be kind to one another, be happy. Oh, bugger, I pissed it up completely. Let me start that again. Between now and next week, please do us all a favor and be happy, be healthy, be safe, and be kind to one another. Good night, all.
Peace soup.
Good night, everyone. Peace soup.